Good morning, guys. Welcome. My name is Michael Joel Hall, and today we're going to be talking about yoga foundations. I don't think you're going to need anything for today's practice other than your body and a little bit of space to work. So go ahead and have a seat. Make yourself comfortable, not too comfortable. Find a place where you can sit down into the earth. So if that means that you need to throw something under your butt, if it means that you need to sit up on a cushion or adjust your seat, go for it. Yoga has a couple of different forms. It has an internal form, which is what you're doing on the inside with your mind. And it has external forms, what you're doing outside with your body. We're looking for an intersection place as practitioners where the external form meets the internal form, and we're going to begin looking for that by sitting comfortably. We have to make ourselves comfortable enough that we can get to the dirty work of yoga. What is the dirty work of yoga? It's beginning to see the world as it actually is, by beginning to look at yourself as it actually is. You've got this one body and you've got this one mind, and it is filled with lots of preconceived notions. It's filled with bias. And our biases get in the way of how we perceive reality, what's going on around us. If you're a weightlifter and you want to push a bar over your head, and you go to push the bar over your head, and your elbows only go to about here, well, that maybe tells us that we have a couple of different mobility limitations. And it's hard to tease out just from looking at someone what they might be, but there they are. Now some folks will take this information and become little detectives with their LaToya Jackson magnifying glass, looking all over for what might be creating this odd, not so useful pattern. Because when you want to lock out a shoulder press or a snatch over your head, you want to really lock it out. And if you can't do something, you can't do it. And there's probably a why. And the interesting thing is the why, not so much your feelings about the why. What do I mean by that? Maybe you know some folks who can only lock out a bar overhead, and they say, I'm just not even going to look at that. This is fine for me for now. And that might be the case. And so for that individual, for them for now, this is fine. Until maybe something shows up, pain perhaps, or a very strict judge who's like, no rep. And so what happens then? Well, you get to the business of figuring out what's going on. And as we look at that, as we begin to look at what might be causing our inability to put a bar over the head, we get to take a look at what's going on inside of the lab of our own body and mind. How do we feel about a thing? And maybe can we, in a sober-minded way, put our feelings away and go about the business of doing the hard work of fixing whatever it is that we have found that is not so useful for ourselves. So here, let's sit well. Let's begin to pay attention to what's going on inside of the lab of our own mind and body. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So often we go to sleep to the things that we don't want to see. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Yoga is a healing practice, and one of the things that it heals is our resistance to looking at things as they actually are, which I appreciate. We're just going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, giving the breath an ha quality. Are you still sitting comfortably? Anytime's a good time for good posture, but particularly right now. As you inhale through the nose, can you allow the spine to lengthen, reaching up towards the ceiling, through the crown of the head? Can you become heavy through the buttocks, weighing down into the earth? Can you still breathe? For all the different ways that we go to sleep, waking up can be a hell of a lot of fun. We're going to hack our nervous system through the breath. You may notice sometimes when you're irritated how the breath changes. If you're waiting in line and you're tapping your foot, can you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose and allow yourself to just be chill? We're going to work to maintain our chill vibes as we go, ramping up the intensity. And it's important that we've made ourselves comfortable in the abode of our own heart and body so that when things get tough, we don't quit, so that we can wake up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The very first rule of yoga is worth mentioning right here and right now. It's do no harm, don't hurt yourself. The second rule of yoga is be honest, tell the truth. As we're working together today, there should be no pain. Oh, maybe there's some existential pain, sure, but nothing in your knee, nothing in your shoulder. Here, tuck your chin down into your chest. Drag your chin across your right collarbone and then dump the contents of your right ear out over your shoulder. Take the chin up to the ceiling, draw a circle with it, and drop the contents of your left ear out over your shoulder. Tuck your chin into your chest, near the left collarbone, and then scrape that left collarbone back to center. We'll do it a little neck circle the other way. Take the chin over to the left, dump the contents of your left ear out over your shoulder. Drag your chin across the ceiling, dump the contents of your right ear out over your shoulder, and then drag your chin across your right collarbone and bring it back to center. Lift the head. Now, let's see if you can repeat that on your own with a minimal amount of instruction. Chin down. Scrape collarbone. Dump right ear. Big circle. Dump left ear. Left chest down. Chin to center. Chin to the left. Dump the contents of the left ear out. Big circle across the ceiling. Dump the right contents out. And then scrape your chin across the right collarbone. And we're back to center. Good morning, Tasha. Good morning, guys. It's so nice to see all of you. Let's do a couple more like that. So, sitting well, establishing a good seat here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a bear hug. Squeeze yourself nice and tight. Bring your elbows towards your front pocket through the clasp of your zipper. Bring your elbows over to your right front pocket, and then stack your left shoulder on top of the right. Bring your chest up to the center ceiling, and then stack your right shoulder on top of the left. Bring those elbows down to that front left pocket, and then we're in the center. We'll go out the way we came again, bringing ourselves over to the left. Stacking our right shoulder on top of the left, lifting the chest up to the ceiling, and then dumping the left shoulder over the right. Elbows into the right pocket, and then center. Now let's do a big circle once again. To the right and around, heart up, buttocks heavy, over to the left, elbows into the front left pocket, elbows to center. Over to the left, stack, big chest up and over. Coming over to the right, forward and down. And we're back in the center, and we can release our snuggle. That should have helped to mobilize the spine a little bit, the T-spine. The first one got the neck. The head, the spine, they like take it a little jinky from sitting or playing or just behaving maybe a little bit less like a human. And now, let's get our shoulders. Let's see if we can still move our shoulders like humans. Make some fists. Shrug your shoulders up. Pull your shoulders back. Keep your elbows straight. Shrug your shoulders down. Lock those elbows and take your shoulders forward. From here, retract your scapula, elevate your scapula, so shrug up, protract your scapula, make them wide and forward, and then depress the scapula, bring them down. Elevate, retract, depress, protract, retract, elevate, protract, depress, relax. Now let's do some shoulder circles. We'll bring our right thumb out, we'll turn the thumb out, and we'll bring the arm forward across the front line of the body. Stay heavy through the body and scrape the face with your right arm. Now turn that thumb around. Try not to kink at the wrist or the elbow. And then begin to retract and extend the shoulder as you reach behind you. Try not to lean. Bring the backs of the knuckles to graze the backs of your thigh. Try to keep your elbow straight. And then reach this arm up behind you. Pause and externally rotate that shoulder. Watch how that thumb turns around. That's where the bicep rolls out. And then we'll upwardly rotate the arm. And then from here, we'll scrape the front line of the body coming across the middle. And we're back. Try not to let the head go to the arm. Try not to let the rib cage wiggle. We'll come up and around. Up and through. Pause here. Turn that thumb around. Keep your head on straight. Always good advice. Bring it around and behind. Oh, hello, wall. And then we'll scrape the knuckles on the thigh. I didn't wiggle so much that time. Great. Bring it up. Externally rotate the shoulder. Rotate it around. Scrape your face. Bring it across the front line of the body. Around and down. Wonderful. Let's get our left side. Left thumb out. Belly firm. Left arm goes across that front line of the body. Bring it up. Internally rotate that shoulder. That's where that bicep rolls away. Keep the head on straight. Reach that arm behind you. Keep fighting for more and more of the rotation in the arm. And then bring the knuckles to graze the thigh. Don't worry if you can't move where you can't move. We can't move where we can't move. Pause when you stop reaching back. Externally rotate the shoulder. And then upwardly rotate it. See how it brings it near the face? Try to turn that thumb out one more time. Whoa. Tough, tough, tough. Do you feel your muscles working? And we'll bring the arm across. How's your breath? Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, reach that arm back. Inhale. Rotate it. Exhale. Reach it up. Inhale. Fight for that rotation. Exhale. Bring the arm across the front line of the body. And down. Feeling pretty good. Okay, let's get our elbows. From here, catch your right arm. Oh, go ahead. We'll do both. Go ahead and extend your elbows. Flex your elbows. Now rotate your forearms so that your Iron Man pew-pews are forward. Extend your elbows. Now from here, we're going to supinate those forearms. Flex the elbows. Pronate the forearms. Extend the elbows. Supinate. Flex. Pronate. Extend. Hold it. Flex. Supinate. Extend. Pronate. Flex. Supinate. Extend. Let's do some wrist circles. Go the other way. Let's do that first side again. More wrist circles. In, up, out, down. In, up, out, down. In, up, out, down. Go the other way. In, up, out, down. In, up, out, down. Snap, crackle, pop. Delicious. Good. Wiggle your fingers a little. Draw some thumb circles. Crack your knuckles away from you. Reach the arms up over your head. Really reach up here. And release and relax. Take a breath. We got the whole upper half of the body. Let's get the lower half of the body. We're going to come into a quadruped position. Turn your toes under. Bear some weight into your hands. Those wrists should be feeling pretty good now after that warm up. The shoulders should feel stable. We're going to try to stabilize our spine, so make your belly firm. Maybe I tuck my shirt in a little bit, I don't know. And then from here, we're going to extend the right hip. That's us bringing that right leg up. We firm the back. Good. And now from here, let's flex the right knee. And we're going to roll that right knee out to the side and around. Keeping that right heel nice and high. And then we're going to bring that right knee into center. Bring it to touch the midline of the body, knee to thigh. And then reach it back up. Pause. Let's bring it back in. Pause. Out to the side. Pause. Now reach that heel up as you internally rotate and extend, bringing that right knee back up. Bring it all the way back to the midline. All right, let's externally rotate and flex the hip. Bring it around in a circle. Fight for that high right heel. And now bring the thigh close to the body and under. Scrape thigh to thigh. Reach back. Now, bring it back up. Take it out to the side. Fight for that high heel. Internally rotate. And we'll bring the knee down. Left hip up. Extend. You can flex that left knee. Stabilize your spine. And now from here, we're gonna flex this left hip. Take it out to the side. Internally rotate. Fight for that rotation. Bring it all the way around and then bring your thigh to the midline. We'll bring the knee down and in. Bring it back up. Take it out to the side. Externally rotate it. Fight for that high knee and heel. Bring it all the way around. And we'll bring it under and touch. Bring it back up. Bring it out to the side. Internally rotate. Fight for that high heel. Bring that leg all the way around. Feel your butt working. Good. And we'll bring the knee in and down. One more. Knee back up. Externally rotate that left hip. Take it around. Flex that left hip. Bring it across the midline. Internally rotate. Roll the thigh in. Touch. Bring it back up. Bring it out. Now, we're going to fight for that internal rotation. Try to lift that heel up. Roll that left inner thigh up. And now 80 duct. Bring those thighs together. And we'll bring the knee down to touch. Draw some ankle circles. And draw them the other way. Crack your toes. Feel pretty good. Guys, we've now mobilized the majority of our spine. Of all of our major joints. Now that's all that's left to give is the spine. We got the T-spine earlier. Now let's see if we can do some spine segmentation through some classic yoga asana called cat and cow. Cat, you want to flex your spine pretty strongly, creating a great deal of abdominal compression. So here, in order to flex that spine, you would take the tailbone down, press your lower back up. So really flex your stomach muscles, flex your spine, contract your abs, round your middle back, tuck the chin. And now lift your tailbone up, push the tummy down, lift the chest up, take the eyes up, go the other way. Make your tailbone nice and long, press your lower back up, your middle back up, your lower back. All right, tailbone up, belly down, chest up, head up. We'll call this cow because your udders are nice and low. And now from here, we'll move back into cat, moving from the lower back, the middle back, lastly, upper back, neck. Now, let's come into cow, lifting the head first. Take the chest through, the ribs through, and then the butt up. And then tuck your chin, round your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back, nice and slow. Once again, head up, chest up, belly down, butt up. Last one here, chin down, round your upper back, round your middle back, round your lower back, tailbone in. And we're back to our neutral position. Yoga can function both diagnostically and therapeutically. Like I said a moment ago, you can't move where you can't move, and that's okay. What we're trying to do is identify where it is that we can't move, so that we can then figure out where nearby we can and start to use skills and tools to help us begin to move where we can't move. And that way, we first function diagnostically and then therapeutically. If you don't let yourself see where some of these, let's say, compromises might be, you may have a hard time alleviating them. This helps expedite that process. Here, the spine is going to move in 6 general directions. We've mobilized all of our other joints, but now let's make sure that the spine can move through its range of motion. And I say this, don't be afraid of stiffness or a feeling of tightness or shortness or effort. All of that is okay. What you want to avoid is pain, and you also want to try to weed out any dissatisfaction that may arise. Your best effort is your best effort, and it's exactly enough. And we don't know what our best effort is necessarily unless we give it a long timeline. Your first effort is your best effort when you're just starting. Give it a couple of years and we might change our metrics that way. In order for yoga to function as a meditation, we have to have something upon which we are meditating. It's the object of the meditation. Here we've moved our body in some interesting ways. We're going to move it in a couple of interesting ways more, moving the spine in those 6 directions. We already hit the spine in 2, flexion and extension, but now we're going to get the other 4. And as we go ahead and do that or get ready to do that, we're going to focus on our foundation and how we're holding the center of our mass over our foundation while we breathe, in through the nose and out through the nose. By observing how you're holding the center of mass over your foundation, you're beginning to participate in what's called a central axis meditation. So from here, let's come on up to our knees. Inhale, reach both of your arms up over your head and release all 10 fingers up to the webbing. Release your pointer finger. Squeeze your noggin, squeeze your butt. And now let's reach over to the right. As you do so, feel how your knees change. Let's have the top of the foot down today, which is a little different than I sometimes encourage it. So let's see if we can feel how the shins can push. And then as we do that and reach more to the right, can you feel how you might have to put a little more weight into that left knee to keep it even with the right? And come on up. So that's us side bending to the right. Now let's side bend to the left. Keep your shoulders on you. Keep them strong. Push a little left tush to the right. Peel your chest up a little bit. Squeeze your noggin. Breathe here. Heavy in the heels. And we'll come on up. From here, let's release the hands down to the sides. So we've side bended the body. Let's come into a quadruped position now, or a tabletop. You can have the toes turned under here, hands flat in the floor. Press into your hands, widen through your shoulder joint. Keep the hands nice and strong. Once you're here, find that firm position through the hand. Keep your belly on. And now push into your left hand and bring this right arm up to the side and up. Side bend, twist your body. Here, maybe you squeeze your left shoulder closer to your spine and reach that right shoulder up. Does that help? Maybe you widen that left shoulder and widen the right shoulder. Or maybe you widen the left shoulder and squeeze the right shoulder. They all do different things. Bring your right hand out. And none of them is right or wrong. Bring the left arm out to the side and up. Maybe here you squeeze that right shoulder blade closer to the spine, rolling the arm out into external rotation. So retracting an external rotation while you reach that left arm up. Maybe you widen that right arm and widen that left arm. Maybe you have to push your hips a little to the right. And bring the left hand down. Now we've twisted left and right. Let's have a slightly deeper twist now. Let's inhale this left arm into the air. And now we're going to exhale the left hand underneath of us, bringing our left face to our right hand. And I want you to try to reach that left arm as far as you can. Breathe here. Walk your right arm away from you. Twist up. See if you can see the ceiling. Push your right hip to the left. Keep that left shoulder strong on the ground, reaching away from you towards your left fingertips. Bring your right hand underneath of you and bring that left arm out and up, twisting the body. Bring the left hand down. Now let's bring this right arm out to the side and up. Reach up. And now we're going to bring this right arm down underneath of us, bringing our right face to our right hand. And we'll reach that right arm even more away from us. Just as much as we can, reaching that right shoulder over. Maybe you walk that left arm away from you and try to see up to the ceiling. Do you want to push that left hip to the right? Twisting into the spine, feeling so good. And we'll bring that left hand under the face, the right arm out to the side and up. We'll bring the right hand down. And we'll move to another yoga pose called Downward Facing Dog. Turn your toes under, lift your hips up, and come on out. From here, we're going to look forward and we're going to walk our feet forward. and stand up. Oh, guys, if you just arrived, good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's nice to see all of you. God, yeah, I know you'll bear with me with this nomenclature. We've covered cat, we've covered cow, we've covered dog, down dog. We're gonna see another dog in a minute. For now, come to an even standing position. Previously, we've been sitting evenly, establishing the floor and the pelvis or the legs as our foundation from the bum. Here, our foundation are these lovely gams. Hey, gams. Okay, stand through your legs. We're gonna inhale into our abdomen, pressing the diaphragm down into the soft tissue. And as we exhale, we'll feel the diaphragm rise up. Try to imagine, I know this is so woo-woo, that you're sending energy through your legs. You really are. But down into the floor. Maybe not. But imagine that you're connected to the earth energetically through your legs. You might even imagine that they're growing and glowing like the Incredible Hulk, throbbing, ready to bust. Keep the breath going in and out. That's how firm and strong I want you to be. Heavy into the earth, Incredible Hulk style. And yet, the crown of the head, the heart, lifting up. Feeling a bit fancy. Like you might have your finger out if you're gonna have some tea. This kind of posture. Widen through the collarbones. This even standing position is sometimes called Tadasana, mountain pose, or Samasthitihi, which I like to refer to it as, which is just even standing. We return to this position over and over and over as we go. Here, we're going to use some of the techniques that we've utilized already today and put together a bit of a flow where we connect some movements. The movements that we connect together today are called the sun salutation. It's a very nice time for something like that. Rotate towards the front of your mat. If your camera angle is a bit off, feel free to adjust it. Come to face forward and find that nice foundation through your lower limbs. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Let the hands come together and look up. And now exhale, fold. Put your hands down on the ground. You'll probably have them where you had them when we walked up a moment ago. Relax the head. Inhale, lift the head, press firmly into your hands. See if you can get your hands flat to the floor here and really use your shoulder joint to push strongly into the mat. With this nice strong push, we'll inhale the head up and step one leg back and then the other. We'll hold. Now you're welcome to hold your plank, getting your tush out of the air, firming up the abdomen. This is our wonderful fourth position, or you can lower your knees. And with the feet and knees down, we've now established 6 points of contact. And we're going to come into a bent elbow push-up position. You can do this with 6 points of contact. You can do it with 8 points of contact by also putting the chin and chest down. You are welcome to find only 4 points of contact. I don't know if anyone's only going to get 2 with the hands, but here we are. Bend your elbows and come down halfway, whatever modification you've taken. Now, slide forward into a back bend. This is called Cobra. If you want to use more of your arms and lift your knees, you can take this, which is called Up Dog. It's totally up to you. From here, roll over and find Down Dog. We'll breathe here. 1. We've talked about the body as an instrument for meditation. 2. We've casually mentioned the breath. 3. There's another sense organ that I want you to pay attention to, which is your eyes. What are you looking at? Can you fix your eyes between your legs and just be chill? That's about 5 breaths. Let's look forward and inhale, step or jump the feet up. Push into those hands for as long as you can. And then the 8th position, exhale, fold. Let your back round. 9, inhale, reach the arms up. Let the hands come together, look up at your thumbs. And then exhale to release your hands to the sides. We'll do that again. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down as you like. Inhale, up dog or cobra. That's your 5th position. Exhale, down dog. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Breathe here. Nice long arms reaching through the floor. Get strong. Yoga is all about strength. Look forward, inhale, step or jump forward. Head is up. Exhale through the nose, head is down. That's your 8th position. 9-9, bust a rhyme. Inhale, reach up. Hands can come together. You can look up and bring your hands down. Let's do that one more time and then we'll build a little more. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1. Here you want to protract your scapula probably, so you're going to widen them, your shoulders. And you're going to maybe try to externally rotate the shoulders, which means that the biceps are rolling up and out, like you're trying to roll your thumbs around, but you can't. The pubic bone and the tailbone are getting closer together. We'll take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, look forward, bend the knees. And maybe this time, you hop up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and high. You can bend the knees to come up, of course. And we're back to the middle. Down dog and the Surya Namaskar are very regularly used to help practitioners build little sequences that build strength, their flexibility, that are quite fun. And these little sequences where we connect our breath and our movement together in a particular kind of way, that's where we get the name vinyasa. V means to place, and nyasa means in a special way. So when we do a vinyasa yoga practice, we're placing our breath and movement in a special way. Here, we're going to come to down dog and use our down dog as a foundation to build a couple more positions. Let's go ahead back to the mat and take care of that. Do you remember how to get to down dog through the sun salutation A? Inhale 1, upward facing hands. Exhale 2, full fold. Inhale 3, half fold. Exhale 4, step or jump back. Inhale 5, back bend. Strong hands. Exhale 6, down dog. Okay, so let's see if we can put some different body positions that we researched together today. So from our, and then we'll let go and we'll take the left hand to the right thigh and we'll pull and we'll twist. If this is the same side, go ahead and switch. Remember, if this is too much, come down to your knees, catch your leg and pull. Should feel pretty good. Okay, come on back. So that's a nice way for us to twist the body from down dog. Now, let's come down onto our elbows in a classic, plank like we're doing at the gym. Bring your feet together. And now, take your heels over to the side. Bring them up. Take them over to the other side. Bring them up. Take them over to the side. We got a little twist. Maybe some side bend happening here. To the center, and we'll side bend the other way. Bring it up. Okay, let's side bend by really dropping this hip down. Ooh. Pick it up. Come back to the center. Drop your hip to the other side. Ooh. Pick it up. And we're back to center. Let's come back up onto our dog pause. So now we've twisted and side bended from a different setup. Let's look forward, bend the knees, and step or jump. Head up. Exhale, head down. So round your back a little, flex your hips. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. And release. Come to the middle of your mat. Face dead ahead. Ice bug, dead ahead. Find your middle position here. Feel pretty good about it. And as you do so, we're gonna find that nice heaviness through the belly, through the legs. Step your feet out, I don't know, about one leg's length, give or take. And get strong. Here, let's bring our arms out to the side, and we're gonna take a posture called triangle pose. Pivot your right foot out. Roll your inner right thigh out and your outer right thigh down. Take this left hip in a little bit, and come on out over the right leg like a chorus line dancer. Bring your right hand to touch your right shin, and look up at your left arm. Try to keep the leg strong and straight. You can put a little bend in that front knee if it doesn't feel good on the back of the thigh. And just breathe. We're going for form over depth today. And we're holding ourselves up using these anti-side bending muscles, or these anti-twisting muscles. So what happens if you take this bottom arm off the leg? Can you still stay up? Good. Come on up to center. Square off the hip, turn the right foot in, pivot that left foot out, cock this right hip in, and just come on out over this left leg. You're trying to maintain that feeling of even standing from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Really reach the arms. Feel your body holding up your body. Keep externally rotating that left thigh so inner left thigh rolls out, inner right thigh rolls back. Let's do a strength test. Can you bring that left arm forward? Good, put it back. And we'll come on up. We'll come to the middle. Let's try a triangle differently now. Let's turn the right foot out and see if we can come down and find our right big toe. You're welcome to bend the right knee, and you're welcome to let that left hip come in quite a bit. So right foot turns out, arms spread, bend your right knee slightly, come on out and find your right big toe. Hold on, go ahead and look up at your left hand. Now let's make sure we're holding ourselves up. Bring that left arm forward, and then flex it. Bring it back to center, and bring it up. Let's see if we can go a different way. Can we turn the shoulder from here to turn the palm to face away? And bring the arm over the face, and then bring it back up. Oh, good. One more. Let's internally rotate the shoulder. Bring the arm around the back, and hold. Still holding ourselves up. All the way back up we go. And we're up to center, right foot in. All of these are perfectly fine triangles. They're just different sort of setups. Turn the left foot out, externally rotate that left hip, put a little bend in that left knee, and we'll come on out over this left leg. Come on down, find your left big toe. Can you hold on to it? Look up at your right hand. If you can straighten that leg, great. If you need to keep the knee bent, super. Remember, you can bring this right hip more in between the legs. From here, right arm out over the ear. Bring it back. Right arm forward. That's the opposite way that we did the other side, but I think you'll forgive me. Arm over the head. Let's bring it back up. Internally rotate the shoulder, bring it around. Do you remember all of these? Look over that right shoulder. Are you a little more compromised in this position? We'll bring the arm up, and we'll stand all the way back up, turning that left foot in. Putting our hands on our waist, take a breath, and let's hop our feet back together. That is triangle. Now, let's look at triangle like a twisting posture. Separate your feet about one of your own leg's lengths, give or take, and square out over your right leg. Turn around. Here, bring your left arm up into the air and pull your right hip back. Feel your inner thighs crisscross. And now, draw an arc with your left hand, bringing it down to the inside of your right foot. Press into it and bring your right arm out to the side and up. Here, widen that left shoulder blade. Pull that right shoulder blade in and look up at your hand. Push your right hip to the left and lift your chest up. Keep the knee slightly bent, come all the way back up. Turn the right foot in, turn the left foot out. If your feet have gotten a little crisscross applesauce, or if your stance got really short like mine did, go ahead and lengthen it back out, not a crime. Here, we're gonna put the left hand on the left hip, we're gonna pull that left hip back, bring the right arm up. Just kind of feeling what these twist forces feel like, and then come forward and down. Bring the right hand to the inside of the left foot, and bringing that left arm up into the air. You can keep pulling that left hip back. You can even use that hand to help pull it back. Keep the thighs crisscrossed. Widen the right shoulder blade. Squeeze the left. And breathe. Okay. Let's come all the way back up to center. And now I want to try one more way with you. Let's try it turning the right foot out, coming into a nice high lunge. High lunge. Bend this right knee. come on down to this left knee. And then from here, bring this left hand down to the inside of your right leg. The right arm is up, and now bring the right arm out over your ear. Stay put. Can you bring your belly and your thigh to touch? Can you lift your knee up? Can you draw a big circle and take the arm over your back? And bring it back up. One more time. Okay, can you keep the arm around your back and pick your left arm up? Stand up in the middle. Just making sure we can control what we can control. Turn around. Come on down to your right knee. We'll bring this right hand down to the inside of your left leg, left arm up. Feel good about that. Maybe right knee up, thigh and belly close. Let's bring that left arm out over the ear. Bring it back up. Let's bring that left arm out over the ear. Bring it back up. Bring your left arm around the back. Pause. Hold. See if you can find your leg strength. Remove one of the pieces of foundation. Right arm off the ground. And then stand all the way back up in the middle. We'll hop our feet back together. Challenging set of twists. Those were called side angle poses. You may have been able to see how they got their name because the angle of the body on the side dictated the posture. I like it when poses do what they say. Once again, let's separate the feet, put the hands on the waist, take a breath. Exhale, put your hands on the ground. Pause right here. Bring your right hand into the center, high hand, press through the right arm and bring your left arm up. Can you reach your left arm around your back and find your right thigh? Can you square off your hips using the right hand to push the left hand to push the right thigh to the right? And then as you do that, can you twist your spine more? Okay, come back to center, left hand where the right one is. Right arm up. Square off these hips. Ooh, right arm around and behind. Can you find your left thigh back there? Press into that left thigh, push the left thigh to the left, and now twist your right chest up. Stiff on this side. Bring that right arm nice and high. Right hand down, take a breath. Let it out. And we'll stand up. And once again, hop your feet back together. Take a breath and let it out. We'll do one more middle fold to help get those shoulders a little better. Separate the feet, spread the arms. This time, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers here and punch down. You can have a pretty loose weave. From here, take a breath, and then exhale, fold between your legs and reach the arms over your head. Can you extend your shoulders anymore? When you're ready, strong legs. Come all the way back up. Draw your sitting bones together, pubic bone in, tailbone in. Release the hands and we'll hop our feet together. We're gonna do another arm behind the back pose. Do you feel how these are building a little bit in skill and intensity? I sure hope so. From here, we're gonna take the hands behind the back. We'll bring our paws together. And we'll separate the feet about mat's distance wide. About one of your own leg's lengths. Turn out over your right leg. Square off the hips like you did in triangle. And this time, instead of twisting, see if you can come forward and down over your legs. I like to give my knee a kiss. Helps me remember to be cool. Shift the weight forward, see if you can feel your inner thighs touching. And then we'll stand up nice and tall. Turn around, take a breath, and fold. If you can't get your hands in prayer, you're always welcome to catch forearms or opposite elbows.
Can you go a little further? Stand up. Face ahead, release your arms, and hop your feet back together. Let's take a seat. Let's do some floor poses. Come on down and lay on your back. Oh, yet another way to interface with gravity. So here we have a whole hell of a lot of foundation, don't we? We got this butt on the ground, we got this spine and shoulders on the ground. Bring your arms alongside your body and let's see if we can segment the spine up into a back bend. Lifting the tailbone, and then slowly, piece by piece, disc by disc, lifting the back up off the floor. Try to push your feet away from you, but don't let them go anywhere. How does that feel? Now try to pull your heels towards you and lift your chest more. How does that feel? Come on down, nice and slow, one disc at a time. There are lots of similarities from body to body, from type to type, but your body is your body, and one instruction for someone may not be the instruction for you. Since we're just throwing spaghetti at the wall together, so to speak, I don't mean to make you hungry, it's too early for that. Here, I might throw some different options at you, and I encourage you to explore what feels good to you. Let's lift the hips up. So do you want to try to press the floor away? That does a thing. Do you want to try to pull yourself forward? That does a thing. Maybe you try to find a middle way between them that gives you something good, where you can really just lift and enjoy. And then slowly lower down. This time, let's inhale the hips up and reach the arms over the head at the same time. Inhale, hips up, arms up over your head. And then exhale, slowly bring it down. Inhale, hips up, arms up. Exhale, spine down, hips down, arms down. This time we're going to bend the elbows when we reach the arms over the head. So we'll inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms, bend the elbows. Can we touch the hands to the floor? And then slowly, all the way back out. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. If any of you would like to press up to a bigger back bend and you haven't already, go right ahead. You can inhale, reach up, all the way. And then exhale, come down, all the way. Let's do two more like that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. We're gonna stay for 5, no matter where you are. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Give your knees a nice big hug. Make some killer cacti with these arms. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees each and drop your hips over to the left. Stack your right shoulder on, your right hip on top of the left. Come to center. Stack your left hip on top of the right. And we'll come to center, and we'll hug our knees, and we'll sit up.
Catch a little ride on those knees to sit up.
Once again, establish a comfortable seat. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Take your left hand behind you and catch the left wrist with the right hand and pull. Fold forward. Come on. Catch the right wrist with the left hand. Reach it to the left. Try to straighten out the arm and then fold forward. and sit up.
And now pause here with me for a moment. Ask yourself, why did you turn up today? Pat yourself on the back for turning up today. And then take your hands behind your back, both catch your hands and fold forward and seal into the earth your good work. And come. And we'll bring the hands to rest on the knees. Just let the chest lift. The mind is doing probably what the mind does, which is making thoughts, likes and dislikes, patience and impatience, thought on thought on thought. That's what a mind does, swinging from thought to thought like a monkey in a tree. No biggie. I don't expect you to clear your thoughts. I just expect you to maybe not throw too many bananas at the monkey. Just be here and breathe. And if you find that there's any sort of low frequency vibration of thought, anything that's judgmental in a negative way of your choices today, put it away. It's not so useful. If you find that you are already somewhere else, that's okay. Just see if you can come back for a minute and be here with the breath. Our final bit of work today, put your hands on the earth and see if you can pick your butt up off the ground for a moment. Maybe get your feet up too. We're here for 4, 3, 4, 2, and down you go. Final little victory lap. Roll over your knees, come to your hands, find your push.